Did you know that the United States and Great Britain once nearly went to war? Over a pig? Yeah, a pig. Not a metaphor. And it is honestly one of the most ridiculous, yet fascinating, episodes in history. A literal farm pig. This bizarre standoff, known as the Pig War, happened in 1859 on a tiny island in the Pacific Northwest, so here's the setup. It said the border would go through the channel between the U.S. mainland and Vancouver Island. In the mid-1800s, both the U.S. and Britain claimed ownership of the San Juan Islands, a scenic little archipelago between what's now Washington State and British Columbia. The problem? The treaty they'd signed, the Oregon Treaty of 1846, was vague. One would give the islands to the U.S., the other to the Brits. But guess what? Tensions were high, but it hadn't blown up yet. There were two channels, and they didn't specify which one. Naturally, both sides said, "It's ours." By 1859, both British and American settlers were living on San Juan Island. It belonged to Charles Griffin, a British employee of the Hudson's Bay Company. Then came the pig. On June 15th, an American settler named Lyman Cutler saw a pig in his potato patch again. He reported the incident to British authorities, who then threatened to arrest Cutler. Fed up, Cutler did what anyone totally unreasonable might do: he shot the pig. Griffin was furious. Cutler offered him $10 in compensation, but Griffin wanted more. That's when things escalated fast. The U.S. responded by sending 64 soldiers to the island to protect American citizens. The British sent a warship. When his boss, Admiral Robert Baines, arrived and saw what was happening, he said, "Then more troops, then more ships." People genuinely feared that a war between two world powers was about to erupt, because of a farm animal. He and the British governor agreed to a peaceful joint occupation. Each side would leave a small token force on the island while they sorted things out diplomatically. Before long, they shared church services, played sports together, and basically hung out. To settle it once and for all, the U.S. and Britain asked German Kaiser Wilhelm I to step in as an arbitrator. While technically still at war, 400 U.S. soldiers with cannon, 1,000 British troops on 5 warships, and all of this over one pig, American soldiers dug in and built fortifications. The Royal Navy practiced cannon drills offshore, but thankfully, not everyone had lost their minds. Captain Geoffrey Hornby, commanding the British fleet, refused to land troops without orders. "I will not involve two great nations in a war over a squabble about a pig." Same energy on the American side. President James Buchanan sent in General Winfield Scott, a respected negotiator. And that's exactly what happened for 12 years. During that time, British and American soldiers actually got along pretty well. Eventually, in 1871, the matter was included in the Treaty of Washington. He set up a tribunal in Geneva, and after a year of review, they decided the San Juan Islands belonged to the United States. The British packed up and left peacefully in 1872. So in the end, the only casualty in the pig war was the pig. But it's a perfect example of how confusion, pride, and politics can bring the world to the brink, even over something as small as a potato thief with hooves. History is full of strange moments, but this one might just take the bacon.